those type of approaches.
It's the righteous vigilante Jamon Creek, and you're tuning in to Minds Wide Open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning in to Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You are now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
And welcome back, everybody. This is the Florida Vibe Directory. On today's episode, we got my boy Soul in the building.
Yo, what's good, Soully Soul?
What's up, brother? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, feeling great and graceful.
Good to hear it, man. So we first got a chance to meet at the Minds Wide Live event that we had recently.
Definitely.
What'd you think about the event?
That shit was like bread and butter. Like,
yeah.
You know, they went well together. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then I met a lot of good people, dope people as far as like, and faces I ain't seen in years. Like, oh my goodness, that was just like an experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know y'all knew some of them people, and at the same time, like, I was there for a homeboy, Wally. Y'all know him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
Wally's a man.
Hell yeah. So it was like, we can cuss on it, right?
Yeah.
But,
say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay. But like, you know, like the event, man, it was great. We swept in, going to podcasting, freestyling, and you know, you had like a lot of scenery, take pictures. I was out there taking pictures. That's what I like to do. So it was like, that's like spare time when I'm not rapping. So it's like, boy, that shit was an experience. You go out there, you gotta go out the next one. They're gonna have another one.
Hell yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah,
I think the main focus there was just building community, showing that, you know, we got the community going.
Yeah. And
we're here for the community, and we're trying to bring it together.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, definitely. I also want to give a shout out to Weso. That boy was out there. So that boy walked through the door, that was like connection. So
hell
like,
yeah,
what up, boy? So
yeah. So it's like, you know, that love, you know, connection that ended up happening throughout there wouldn't happen without Minds Wide. So like, bro, good looks on that. So that's just to let y'all know what happened. Yeah, man. You know, it's just a lot of love throughout the room. Like, Element was out there as well, too. We also had, DeVar was out there. I just met him that day. Like
DeVar, yeah, he's cool.
Yeah, cool peeps. I just met him. Oh, DeVar. Oh, okay. I'm so sorry for the slander, but
he's about to drop. He's coming on soon.
Oh, for real. Link me. Link. Definitely. I want to work with him as well, too. Definitely dope cat. I seen him freestyling. There was two individuals freestyling at the table. I was like, man, they made me hop in there. You know what I'm saying? Cause I was like,
I bet Beloved was one.
He ended up coming out when I got up out the seat, but I had got some
he was
visuals.
Going for like the first hour, 2 hours.
Yeah, shout out Beloved too, bro. That nigga love.
That man knows how to freestyle.
For days.
Yeah, actually, all of that Field Records knows how to freestyle, bro. If you get them all in a room, shit's dangerous, bro. Dangerous.
That's a dangerous group.
They got bars for days. It's very crazy.
Yeah.
So, you know, you mentioned this passion for photography. What sparked this want to do photography?
I always wanted to do it. Like, to be honest, like, as far as a director, like, is behind other people's visuals and visions and try to bring that to life and Frankenstein it. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I had that like coming out of high school, but I always got people telling me to get this focus bone, this and that, and that's pretty much like one of those things I want to focus on, like, you know, along with production. But as of right now, I'm focusing on like vocals and, you know, making albums and EPs and stuff like that for a lot of producers. But, you know, that's one of those bones that I definitely wanted to pick at. Like, in the past, like when I was in jail, I really wanted to produce so bad. But back in the past, I had my eye on this one camera, the Lumix, and I really wanted. I think it was like a G5. I think it was some shit like that. And there was a crew I was rocking with, man. They gave it to the other nigga. Man, I was like, dog, he ended up breaking this shit. I was like, damn, dog, not gang no more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that shit hurt me. But but at that point, I ain't never give up though, because I always wanted to be in a directing. Like, and you know, it's just like having a wand within, like being in the Harry Potter realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't go in that realm in Hogwarts and not have one of those things. So it's just like being in that field. You can't have a camera without being in that. So it's like, I'm not necessarily always behind my camera. Sometimes I might want to hop behind somebody else's camera or go ahead and use my camera to show them like, yo, this is what the hell I'm trying to do. And then, you know, get back on whatever camera we're using and then, you know, go ahead with whatever techniques we're doing and stuff like that. Like, I just love that field, you know what I'm saying? And just bringing visions to life, not necessarily just too much auditory work.
Yeah.
You know? Like, that's dope, like being a Foley artist sometimes as well, too. Like, you know, incorporating different things within your records.
Of course.
You know, like, but, like, bringing that to life within, like, behind the camera as well, too. Like there's, like, 2 little films I want to work on. I'm not going to talk about it too much yet. Like, 'cause I want to go ahead and, you know, put the treatment in front of this one director. Like I met him through this one friend. I'm not going to really name drop him. I'm really not fucking with their production right now. some shit happened between me and him. It was my fault.
I see.
I'm gonna own up and be a man. But if anything, like I really want to work on these 2 films, like, and one's gonna be like a short film, and the other one's gonna be more of a triumph film. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? So it's like, and I already got the themes and the way I would want to roll them out. I just don't have the treatment necessarily. I want to work with the other director to make sure I have the approach right, and
I see.
you know, as far as like how we would scale the characters, you know, that we have in them.
You should. Have you ever gotten a chance to meet Creek?
Creek, not at all.
Oh man, I think you would enjoy meeting him. He's been on the Minds Wide Open podcast, and he's a pretty prominent figure in our local rap community. But Creek also likes doing short films.
Definitely.
And I think he's been getting into directing lately. But his main sauce is music.
Yeah.
Creating music.
Okay.
So,
Definitely.
But definitely is also a short film maker. And I'm just, connecting the dots here. I think you guys would have good conversations together.
Yeah.
So
I'll
I'll try to make that introduction for you.
Yeah, we're going to meet. Yeah, we'll talk. Definitely.
So that's cool, man. So you like to direct or want to be like the director behind it and create these short films. Yeah. Is it a passion for storytelling? Is it just like, seeing something come to life? Because you mentioned that with photography and like being the one to provide some value, by being behind a camera. Is that the same idea you have for storytelling and short films?
Not necessarily. Like those 2 films that I was working on, those are 2 things I was always thinking about, like inside my childhood, like that I would want to work on, and somebody that I know that made it in life, ended up making it in life, and what he wanted to do. So it's like I want to document that. So like that's what that second film is going to be more about. Like not necessarily more scripted or anything. So that's why it's going to be more of a triumph.
I see.
So like, but as far as like the way I would like my universe is like just like I have my catalog, it's a certain universe that it's in. So same thing with my cinematics. It's like whoever I work with, like, intertwines with how the story rolls out as far as different phases. And it may necessarily have too much of a story A to B when it comes down to each video rollout, or it may be a phase rollout or a monologue rollout, whatever it may be. Sometimes a poem may come out, like who knows what may come out within, some of my, photography that comes out. Like,
I see.
So it's like, and same thing with the vlog drops they had came out, like, and that's just for, my fans that's actually listening right now. Like, that's all like orchestrated. So stuff all after that, even with the videos that I've done, like those are like not necessarily too much orchestrated neither. Those are more having fun, not necessarily what the vlogs were doing, where it's just like, okay, we know we get busy here, we moving this and that, like it's gonna look good, it's good for the image. But when it comes down to the video rollout, it's like, okay, we're really in the moments and really showing them. It's not necessarily just pictures we're just doing, like, cause we roll them out on Instagram and whatnot, trying to put them on Google and try to pop out, what I'm saying? But like when it comes down to like rolling out like videos, we want to make sure that, like, especially even music videos as well too, that it's very fun whenever you digest it. So it's like, even like, because I have like a lot of inspiration of where I wanted to be a director when I was looking at Chance the Rapper's first little short film, and it was, I think, Mr. Happy, you know what I'm saying? It was very fun watching it, even though it was, something along depression, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was very deep at that, but it was very fun watching a rapper that, we see is very artistic and not necessarily too much fabricated, but fabricated within this.
So you want to create your consumer, you want to give them an experience. Right.
Definitely. Like so much fun. Free YSL, definitely. Whatchamacallit? That definitely inspires me as far as life. When that came out, like, I love Thugger, you know what I'm saying? And like that theme, it's not necessarily too much as far as a subject, you know what I'm saying? As far as like, it's a statement. As far as like just have fun. That's how I like to roll with my camera people, my engineers, even down to like the producers. Definitely sometimes we go back and forth about some of the sounds that's coming and shit like that, but it's like we're definitely having fun, bro. Like I know what I can do. I can body shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to do that all. I really want some tasteful music sometimes, not trying to force too much down people. So even down with the visuals, like it's a very like tough like bone that I'm picking at on, the first film that I really want to work on. But we're still gonna have the most fun we want to making that. Of course, that's what's important whenever we're doing our work.
So it's really about the journey instead of just the destination.
Definitely. Our destination is death. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only way we're gonna go. Like that hospital and jail thing, that's before you reach death. So it's like even in the in betweens, like how I like to look at it is like 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 death is inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
With art or a format, like you could be like a person at a CVS or a Walgreens
Mm-hmm.
and no hoes, nobody to smile at you and whatnot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that could be your destiny for the rest of your life, but you have to die.
Mm-hmm.
Versus somebody that has a sway that's not necessarily a consumer
Mm.
or a producer.
Mm-hmm.
They made that choice, but they have to die as well too. You know, we die as a skeleton. You know, we
Mhm.
get in the casket, and we're the same result, no matter what type of PhD you get, or no matter if it's like arts institute that you done graduated from, or like any accolade you done got from your hometown. Sometimes, like you still end up in a casket,
That's
or you
true.
can have a choice.
Mm.
You get cremated.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably sometimes the only choice you have within death. You know what I'm saying?
I see.
But my choice is I want to have fun with my art. You
I
know
see.
what I'm saying? Like I made that my choice from a long time. Like being back before in high school when I was like first starting to rap, like I think 7th, 8th grade, before I was getting into like 9th grade, bro. I was like getting up doing music videos with my cousins when they come spend the night. It was a boy and girl, Lalo and the sister.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll get up, man. We'll direct a music video. We'll be doing that shit for hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been had love for doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like getting into the auditory work. I fell into it. Like, I don't know. That was destined. Like, I wasn't really fucking with rap. But
I see.
yeah, that wasn't. But like,
So, growing up as a kid, it almost felt like destiny that you would encounter
yeah,
directing or filmmaking.
Yeah.
You know, it just became a part of you
yeah,
throughout life.
Yeah, definitely. Cause like right now, mainly, where a lot of focus on with people around me, and like that digest stuff that I put on the internet. They'll lead the bullet. I'm just like only doing music, and that's fine. That's fine and dandy. I don't need them to see everything I'm doing within, any like photography or film work. Like, as long as my name on the credits. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and they just know me for that format. Like as far as that pie chunk,
Mm-hmm.
as far as what my soul does.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if about like, let's say 60% of that does music, that's all they'll really remember it by. Like, Quincy Jones also did like fucking First Prince of Bel-Air, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, and this man been making music. Like, he came from like the trumpet, bro.
Facts.
like,
Facts.
like just that foundation and just like
Creating art in all different types of ways.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The format is endless.
I see.
The format is definitely endless, bro.
So, tying into your music,
Mm-hmm.
how do you feel your music is an expression of you?
Definitely. I can't put a finger on that. Like the only reason why is because it's so hard to listen. Like me personally, to listen to my music.
Okay.
Because like I pick at bones. Like sometimes like you'll listen to certain things and it just sound like the song's riding or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like sometimes I put like 4 or 5 bars in there that just like mean something to me, and sometimes it's just kind of hard for me to listen to the song.
I see.
So it's like no matter if it's like a love ballad or maybe like a trap record or something like that, something within those records like hold dear to me. So it's like it don't matter like what I represent to music most of the time. That's why I want to make miscellaneous music. Like,
see.
You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like not being able to put a finger on it.
I see.
Especially when you hear the record on it, because I do want to look at it sometimes as like some Playboy Cardi type of music, like having fun within the wavelengths, but like sometimes I take it to another level. Like I want to say like, oh man, there's some crazy shit. Like man, this is harder ad-libs and auto-tune. Sometimes I don't even use auto-tune. It's just like some of the themes, as far as the character that I am within the music realm, and so like. I do inevitably want to switch my alias. That's what we were talking about earlier with the names and stuff like that. That's why I just felt like it was such a funny situation and subject. But like definitely like my government name is on like a majority of like my accounts, and that's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like about time the game do want to search in. Like my artist name is Soul. By the time the game realizes like who I am, then I'll go ahead and make that change and
I see.
snap in. But like Khalil Solomon, like me and my mentor, like our last call that we had, like and the day before I had a scuffle and whatnot, so that's why I wasn't really worried about the situation. But it didn't weigh too heavy on me, but it made me realize what I want to do with this, the moniker Soul.
So tell me a little bit more about that. How did you end up coming up with the moniker Soul?
Oh, the people. I was at a not even necessarily like a poetry event. Like Miss Clarendon, she was doing some stuff like in high school, and shout out to V Rider. like, no, C Rider, not V Rider. Oh, I'm tripping. C Rider. like to be real, like, cause I'm thinking about her first name and start with a V. But whatchamacallit? Like she had me at the like in the field all the time, dog. Like and like eventually I was outside like in the rain rapping one time. And it was like K Soul. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, boy, see right, I got me out here doing some crazy, man. You know that's what I'm thinking in my head. But like I was actually doing the lyrics and remembering stuff. Sometimes I was always in that situational type of moves where it's like whether it's family stuff or like things happening around in the surroundings and stuff like that, you know, you get it together. Like that's just, you know, things he implemented me as a, like, you know, as a real Frankenstein. Like sometimes I came out of like experiments of what can actually happen, and I passed a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with that, like with people chanting that name, there's somebody that I had by me, you know, her name was The Brain. Back in the day, I ain't gonna say her name right now. She living happy, but
I see.
whatchamacallit, like. She told me, like, you need to go by that name. You know what I'm saying? I'm like she gave me a lot of good pointers. Pointers. So it was like, you know, I really had to listen to her. So it was like, and like women hold a really good value in a lot of decisions, you know, that you need to make, you know, rather.
Feminine energy can be very valuable.
Definitely.
In a man's life, yeah.
Definitely. Man.
Yeah.
Love their position, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they just want to see you win, bro, most of the time. Like, even when they want to see you lose, bro, they want to see you winning the right type of light or losing. So that's just fresh, though. Like definitely, like that's the main reason. But I ended up dropping the name K. Soul because like it just kept going back to Kendrick and you know Jermaine Cole.
People
bro.
got the association already.
Yeah, way too much, bro.
Yeah.
So it's just like that's just how I was always feeling about it. But you know, SOL, you know, just standing out, like you know, especially whenever I make introductions, it should be pretty cool. So it's like that's why I stuck with that. But it was originally my government name before that was going as and just like rapping through the schools and meeting people and shit and doing poetry events and stuff like that. So
I see.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned poetry more than a few times.
Definitely.
Did it play a significant role in your artistry?
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much. I ended up stopping my studio at that time. Man, like I said, like Louder Than Bomb. I'm not sure if you heard about that. Like,
I haven't.
Like that was a competition that they did like throughout Blue Apple Poetry.
I see.
And boy, bro, that was a time period, what a time to be alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we was definitely like touring the school, definitely like skipping classes just to go to classes, just to make sure we reciting our poems so that whenever we go on stage, that's how we won. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's powerful.
To be honest, bro. Like I seen how, you know, C Rider really definitely like sculpted that whole team.
Mm-hmm.
Like picked up just John, picked up Malcolm. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I seen all of that. Like, cause I was one of the first people where she just threw pins at, just like, bro, get on the team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I definitely didn't want to do it at first. Like, I had a lot of stuff going on, like music wise with like people I was rocking with back in the day. Like, yeah, man, like a lot of stupid stuff, bro. So and it intertwined with like poetry a lot sometimes. So it was like I started a lot of trouble. So that's the main reason why I really cannot be in the poetry realm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just because like the chaos I kind of started at home sometimes.
I see.
So,
I see.
But like, it'll be dope if I make like another like, you know, entrance. That'd be cool.
100%. I think actually this community would welcome it a lot. I used to do slam poetry events back in the day, and would love the crowd that would show up. We did them in Fort Lauderdale at a brewery. You know what I'm saying? And the numbers started to grow, man. You know, it was started off with just like 5 people, 10 people, 15. Next thing you know, we had 30, 40 people showing up to a slam poetry session.
Definitely.
We had to move the location. We're like, yo, we probably have to go upstairs, bro, to like the freaking speakeasy to give this a better vibe. So it was amazing. And then we had issues with the owners, and then we had to shut it down. But the point is, I think the community is really here, and there's a good hole that needs to be filled with the poetry community coming back up.
Yeah, because like the thing is, like I really want to connect in that realm. You know, I feel like I'll be doing great in there, man. Like I be seeing like just John sometimes like enter, you know, some of the realms I be in, you know, occasionally throughout the years. And like, man, I just love his presence still. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, I could still try to like go over there and connect. Like sometimes every now and then I go over there and he'll bring me out. I won't have any songs ready or whatnot, so I just go ahead and put something up and, you know, just go ahead and get on stage and make sure I'm there. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that'll definitely be dope. Like you said, the community needs something like that. Like, you know, to intertwine people that really want to be in poetry, but like, it's just a lot of vibes, bro. Like it's just like sometimes it'd be like some of the niggas I used to bring around, some of the females that used to come around and stuff like that. Like it stopped being about poetry sometimes, and then it just like, you know, but now I feel like especially because people like within like that college realm as well too, where it's a little bit more adultish whenever it comes down to the drama. Because you're going to always have drama within whatever type of population that you have. So it's like, that's always inevitable when that happens too. Like when somebody likes somebody or somebody's in the limelight or, you know, like.
Some kind of drama is going to start coming out. Yeah.
It's always like that. But it magnifies when you bring the negativity in. Sometimes like, and I've noticed that within myself, like I'm a very positive person. Like I bring a lot of good connections around as well too. But I know sometimes I'll be lurking with demons. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be hurt. Like, especially being at a young age trying to do some young different shit like Will Smith or, like, you know what I'm saying, but niggas don't understand, you know, like they don't hear you when you say I ain't trying to cuss.
So how do you feel like you protect your energy in an industry that can honestly be filled with sharks in some ways? You know, I think our rap, even just the rap community in general, could have some negative energies in the mix, you know? I think it just comes with the turf. How do you protect your energy in this type of area?
Man, it's hard, bro. I literally just got like in a fight like fucking 3 or 4 like weeks ago, like and then they're juggling over a fucking piece. You know what I'm saying? Like it's I go through those battles sometimes, and I try to look back to my team and like my whole team, cause my whole team's reflected after that. Not just like niggas around me, like man, they fuck that shit. I'm like, man, no, we gotta really think about this shit, bro. Like, like shit, and that's just literally off me trying.
Yeah,
that was off me trying. Like, I try to disperse the situation before we get to stuff like that. So it's like protecting your energy is the hardest fucking thing that like even whether it's a female with your music industry and stuff like that. Like protecting your energy on that is another fucking pill to swallow when it comes down to being in this industry, whatever piece of you want to be in, whether you're in the editing realm or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause even my editor right now, like, it's just like, yo, my fault, I'm behind on these videos right now. I just got this new chick. I'm just like, me, I'm well understanding, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, trust me, this shit all good. I'm just moving dates. We gonna shift it up. You know what I'm saying? But like, that shit be like hard in process sometimes, and like, and it's really, really, really hard because you know your energy's pure. You be like, man, I can deflect anything, man. Anything that come my motherfucking way.
I see.
I got somebody right now that's really thinking that his ego's on top of the world for whatever reason, and nothing can touch it, and it's the hottest thing in the world. And I'm like, oh, okay, but I can't wait around for it. That's me having to protect my energy, because if I waited around for it, I would have blew the fuck up. What the fuck we waiting on, bro?
Yeah,
Let's do this shit. We gotta go now. This artist doing this artist doing that. Man, look at this nigga, bro. Nah. Protect your energy at all times sometimes. So you stepping on certain shit, protecting your energy is going to start a lot of like disrupting in a lot of different energies.
You got to really reinforce those boundaries.
Yeah, so it's like, it's really hard. That's a touchy subject sometimes. Like, that's Definitely. Why even like that was perfect that you even bring that up, because like just me talking to my team sometimes, and this is me probably even talking to them all at the same time now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, to be real, like, I'm not going to be... how we gonna do this and this and that? We just gotta keep moving. Like, as far as when it comes down to protecting your energy, bro, like, that's a battle you're gonna be doing till you get in that grade. Like, you know, like I try not to worry about it. Like, sometimes my niggas around me, they be like, bro, you gotta lock your door, this and that, da da da. Like, where I am with my universe, I ain't worried about somebody breaking up my car.
Right.
That type of energy don't even gotta be protected. So sometimes niggas just keep it moving. Nigga gonna be over here for about like another hour or so. I ain't worried about locking that door right now, bro. It's a nice neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga ain't even about trying to run up on my shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but like, you can't, like, what if I went to the wrong neighborhood and my shit got broke into? It's back to that situation earlier when I told you, like, nigga was just in a scuffle with a piece and whatnot. Sometimes you think the universe is all right and it's good. And you can actually have that conversation, but then, no, it's not. You trying to protect that energy throughout the whole situation to still blow up. So
it can, you know,
definitely.
But yeah, you got it right on the nail right on the head. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can happen either which way. Yeah. The important thing is that you just reinforce your own boundary and you just keep that shit moving. You know, like you said.
Yeah, definitely. That's what me and my niggas smoke. Just talking about, bro. Like, man, like, setting examples.
I agree. So you mentioned working with a team.
Definitely.
You know, what does that team look like?
All right, so it's like, man, okay. Oh my goodness, the team is thicker than a bitch. Like sometimes you can put like,
So you got like the Wu-Tang Clan out here, or
oh
like what do you?
nah, man, hell nah. I wish it was something like that. Like a nigga would be busting out the gate already. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, but like sometimes it look like it's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, like I got some artists underneath my repertoire as well too. I'm trying to make sure their teams is great and they replicate and implement their teams like, you know, almost how it's done. They don't have to do exactly what my team is doing. My team looks like I got like a stylist. Shout out Kivia. She work on like my gear. She's gonna be more implemented within December time period as well too. Like whenever I come out the tour, cause like I'm about to do a tour around the 25th of this month. There we go.
Nice.
25th, and then July I got another spot. So, but she's gonna be implemented around that time. There's a reason why it's not as of right now. It's a lot of politics, but we've actually finished those politics. Also, I got my editor, Kenny Calypso.
Kenny
He does
Calypso.
he does Covered Dream Studios.
I see.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and break the ice on that for people that's been wondering who's been behind Covered Dream Studios. Whatchamacallit, Kenny Calypso again.
All right, Kenny
One of the
Calypso.
producers. Yeah, he's signed as far as a producer underneath Soul Network.
Word.
That's the label. That's
I
my
see.
entity as well too. That's the umbrella company. So
Soul Network.
definitely. That's the main reason why I want to make a name change. I don't want everybody working underneath my name too much. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know, as far as a boss. You know, like as far as how other people will feel, because I'm a very empathetic person. You know how I try not to feel too much, like because I know I'm very empathetic. I feel that at a very high volume. Like I really don't want a nigga working for me. You know what I'm saying? But like we do have to make sure we get the dream and the foundation, because we've been plotting on a lot of different shit throughout the years. Even my cameraman, you know, Dre. Shout out to Dre. Like, you know, that nigga everywhere I go most of the time. You know, he was supposed to come here, but I was being an asshole. I'm gonna keep it a stack. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I do be very big on alone time most of the time. Cause sometimes I don't even tell my girl I'm on a break. Like when I take like a week break, cause like that's only because I don't need her as well too, along with other people in my life to be like, okay, you on a week break. Let me make sure I get a day real quick. Let me da. Like sometimes I really need to.
Do you?
Yeah, you know,
Just do you. Have your own time.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, I
Just be
feel
me.
that. I feel that on deep level. I think it's very necessary to your own development. You know,
Hell yeah.
your own time is precious.
Hell yeah, bro.
So-
That's a little bit what the team look like. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of producers. Just a lot of producers.
That's great.
You'll see them as the songs and albums roll out and stuff like that. So I don't necessarily want to juggernaut too much, like who's gonna be coming up next as well too. 400 Days, 400 Nights coming out on the 15th as well.
You
too.
heard that? yeah. Hell yeah.
We just dropped Deaf Ears on the 31st as well too. Loose Clip is definitely like a big fucking song off of that, but the single for that was Date Stepping. So it's like we just got a lot of music coming out throughout the year. Like,
Okay.
Just warming up the fans of what's gonna be coming out. Like as far as a whole is the tree. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily focus on that root and that whole like, you know, bark of, you know, a tree, like just music. I don't want to work with just music. You know what I'm saying? I do kind of have a lot more talents and people that's around me that's talented, and we want to work. So it's like, and even if I do sign, how I'm looking at it is my whole team is signing. I don't necessarily look at me as just like that, because that budget is opened up for my label now. It's not necessarily just opened up for me as a, you know, social security number or, you know, Khalil Solomon. You know what I'm saying? So my business is getting paid.
I see.
So that's how I really look at it. That's why I'm really firm and big on teams when it comes down to even working with people sometimes. Like even, you know, just us, just knowing y'all have a team and whatnot. Like,
Yeah.
it's very important. You
Very
know what I'm
important.
saying? So it's like, and I had to learn that very early. You know what I'm saying? Like just going out trying to network and getting like, no pun intended, deaf ears. You know what I'm saying? Where like you really don't got too much of a team, resources, or money to really do shit, and people like, all right, let me get your number then.
Let's leave.
You don't hear from 'em, like for a little minute, then you try to hit them back. You still ain't got no money. You just got dreams. So it's like it's really important to have a team. Most of the time, I be money pooling. You know, just to break the sauce. You know, a little bit for a lot of artists that's trying to come up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, with all your homeboys that you working with, bro. Like, you know, they gonna block with your ass. Have them put $5 down, dog. That's all it takes. No motherfucker put $5 down and go spend a block. No motherfucker go do that shit to go, you know, go chill on the block at another block, just go at the party. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, put that $5 down and go put in, you know, you get some royalties at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. You know, like when people money team and money pooled up, like, you know, like and incorporate people. So you know, I study the game. You know, I be looking at the writing list. People they be doing shit. I know the motherfuckers ain't write the songs or do this and that. They done did certain shit for the record.
Of course.
That's how I look at it most of the time too. Like sometimes you got them big names that be writing for people and doing this on the song. Like, you know, Chris Brown's artist, you know, repertoire of people that, you know, songwriters. And that's dope. Very dope. Then you got other people like I look at like maybe let's say NBA YoungBoy. Maybe he has like probably 3 or 4 cats on there that probably don't even need to be on there. They probably did the video work. You know, they probably did some editing on the song. You know what I'm saying? They getting those credits and shit.
Getting
like
other
that,
things on there, yeah.
Yeah, everybody put in, like, you know, if they help put the work in, bro, like, you know, put the money in as well too for the dream and the foundation, bro. You know.
I see. Now, do you incorporate this kind of mindset also into your label?
Yeah, and everybody, like all of like producers that's around as well too. Right now, we going on the triple G's, bro.
Nice.
Nice. Grit, grind, and growth.
That's fantastic. I like that.
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah.
So when it comes to the Soul Network, what does that encompass?
Okay, so at first that started off like as a record label, like firmly and firstly, because like my stepsister Maya, she helped me like get my first song on projects and shit, like not project on platforms. Only because like I had just got out of jail, fresh out, just like, man, I got music, just want to push it out. Been had premonition, shit was gonna bubble or whatever. Do like this first record I put out, I wanted to do like 10,000 spins, but it ended up doing 15, and then it did 20. I said, oh man, people really fucked with it.
They really fuck with it.
Yeah, that shit was dope. I did that
Nice.
shit like 2020. Like that
Good
was
shit.
Yeah, that was a good look, man. Like, you know, of course, you know, I've been working on some other stuff and working with other people now, just building up a repertoire catalog. So it's like I'm just building up for certain years now. Like as far as how much I done worked when I was in the streets and, you know, just coming out of jail and whatnot, and looked at those phases.
I see.
So it's like that's why I got my team on that grit, grind, and growth. You know,
I see.
they capitalize where they at right now. If they grinding, bro, like they gotta capitalize on that mode. They know they done. You know what I'm saying? Where they at growth, bro, they know they done. Like, you know, Simba. Smoking, man, you know, they in the studio, man. You can feel that goddamn pineal gland, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga growing right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, even with that grit, you know, like that's very tough. When you down at that rock bottom. Think about driving on the road that gritty.
Nah. That's gonna be tough.
Exactly.
That's gonna be tough.
That shit tough. But when you come out of there, man, you grinding though.
That is true.
Yeah, you grinding.
You come out of the other side stronger.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and
I
then-
can see that. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's why I got my whole team on that though. My whole team on grit, grind, and growth.
Hell yeah, man. I like that motto. That's something that you need to be having like hanged on your wall, bro. And
Yeah, I talked to Kenny
you
about
gotta-
that, like, cause
yeah.
his house definitely the headquarters right now.
Nice.
So it's like, and mainly reason why it's headquarters, cause like we go to orchestrate and get the work done. That's all we do there. That's all.
Okay.
That's all I was planned to do, and we don't have a bad day. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like we've tried to have a bad day, but nah, bro, we work. Yeah, we work. We definitely work, man.
That's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. So what do you feel is gonna be next for you?
Oh man, that's a hard question because I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I get out this door. Cause it's like
I feel that. But yeah.
like, cause like, man, I'm in so much and doing so much. Like me and Finesse. Like shout out to Isaiah Finesse, bro. Like that's one of the good like songwriters of mine as well too, and like fucking producer. And also like to elaborate, like even with my producers, I also want them to look at me as their artist. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever they do like translate, but as far as like certain red buttons we do have pushed, like me and Finesse, like we got different bats, and then like even Kayla, like it's just a lot of the artists that we're working with, me and Kenny Calypso as well too. Like sorry I'm name dropping a lot of people, but
That's
it's
okay.
just a lot of people that's within my team.
Yeah.
That, like, you know, we want to do with the artists around us, like whether they singers or, you know, or rappers, you know, we got a rapper in the LGB community as well too. Whatchamacallit, we don't own him at all. He's just a collaborator.
Gotcha.
Yeah, like that, like that's and that's mainly like so that he have his. I love him to death. Like that's my daughter's god, like fucking
Nice.
daddy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I wouldn't want him to be under me at all. Like that's how I feel with anybody around me. Like, you know, me and Wally once had that talk. Like before, like cause over the years it'll be like, okay, who gonna own who, like with respiration and shit like that. But it was like I really had to sit down, like different showers and different times I'm eating and thinking like, man, nah, I'll never own none of my homies, man.
So how do you feel this comes to play when you need to kind of delegate. You know what I'm saying? Because I think at some point someone's gonna have to work for somebody to make a dream come true. Because you gotta have a leader.
Yeah, definitely,
Do
definitely.
you ever see this being an issue when it comes to like delegation?
Not necessarily because like everybody knows their role. Like especially anybody out there that's like definitely LLC'd up, bro. Like there's different like chairs that you have and people that do certain things. So they run that, and then of course you got that head honcho that just. They may just execute shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just all they do.
You gotta
most
have
of
an
the time.
executor, yeah.
That's most of it. Like, cause as of right now, I don't have a management, and that's all on purpose as well too. Cause I don't have like too much within my hands, and I don't have money to disperse to that motherfucker. Like I got money to disperse to the artist instead. Like I don't need to work, cause I got a mind frame for it. So it's like I could do that as well too. So like, man, to keep it real, I could go all day with different things I could do. I could be in the engineering field if I put my mind into it. I could also just sit down and be editing, because that's the thing that I want to work on right now. That could probably go back on, what I'm doing next. Like, for the next, like, couple months, I'm probably going to be sitting down editing, videos, music videos. Not mine, you know what I'm saying? Mine is actually getting done by Kenny Calypso. Like, he has a project getting done right now as far as...
Nice.
So it's like, and that's a whole rollout of music videos that's coming out by next week, you know what I'm saying? So, like, but as far as other people's material, and just starting to get savvy in that bag, not necessarily to just do for my own, but like, just to acquire that skill. I learned at a radio station, you don't have just one hat when you walk in this motherfucker. So it's like, man, I'm for the
You got multiple hats.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Yeah, you got to go in, bro.
So when it comes to establishing your LLC and having these segments, like, is there someone that you learned from, like a mentor? Did you just seek this information out yourself when you were like, oh, this is how we got to operate?
Definitely, man. I had a lot of mentorship, like, from Rams. Shout out to Ramses, bro. Like, he first, like, sprouted me out in the engineering field when it comes down to learning different sonics and stuff when I was, like, just trickling in the studios in high school and whatnot. And, he brought me underneath his wing. I asked, you know what I'm saying? Like, over the years and meeting him up again, like, oh, shit, I remember you from, like, 3 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And just had open arms, like, brother, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Opened up his mind with knowledge.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to, like, moving in a room, having savviness, even down on my character, I learned a lot from him. So, like even down on my mom as well, too, I learned too much from her. That's why I have certain business attributes to myself where, like sometimes I don't sleep. Sometimes I get really, really groggy around my business. You know what I'm saying? I learned certain things from that. Like, as far as mentorship, like,
I see.
I definitely learned all that. Like, my mom being through certain different businesses and going with different organizations. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the world. Like, you really sit down and negotiate, wait for calls. Like, she wait on DJ Khaled the whole day. Like, then it's like hours, like 5 hours, 6 hours. Waiting at the computer I be at, bro. Just, like, and I'm waiting to look at, like, cartoons and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, like, memorized, like, damn. So it's like, and a good friend of mine, I'm not gonna name drop him right now. Me and him kind of got some, like, mixed emotions right now, like, over the last situation that just happened. So it's like he kind of got me into the business realm a lot more when I moved out of my grandma's crib. I moved out of my grandma's crib pretty quick out of, like, all my cousins and shit. Like,
I see.
I just wanted to get to it, like, with just a lot of stuff I wanted to do in life.
I see.
A lot. Of course, the people's approach probably think I'm just doing music. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
like, there's just a lot of things I really want to do, and like stuff that you probably wouldn't think I'm into. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So it's like once I get like 70 or 80, you'll probably see me with what I really want.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I know how much it really takes to work to that. So sometimes people around me at the age I'm at and even younger, like, shout out my nigga Ghost as well too. Like, you always be telling me, like, make sure you take your time, bro. Like, rest. Like, bro, make sure you take it easy.
Facts.
You're doing too much, even my mentor Rams, he'll let me know, like, yo, bro, like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you trying to do? So it's like sometimes it's gonna be a lot of mixed emotions with me coming up in this industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as what I'm doing, but I make sure, like I said, back to the theme, of just have fun. Sometimes I want to make sure with everything that I'm doing, I love what I'm doing, and so far it's been graceful, bro. Like, bro, I made it all the way to fucking, like, 26, like, fucking graceful as hell. Like, I barely remember shit sometimes. Like,
Badass.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like life is long as shit.
That
Don't
is.
get me wrong.
That it is.
You be having a long path. I've definitely been homeless 2 years.
Damn.
2 years nigga was homeless. That shit felt like nothing. I was out there learning. I was out there gracefully like getting knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit was beautiful. I was around a lot of those mentorships. You know, like just dumb knowledge throughout that period, bro. Like,
That's good.
A lot of pain as well too. Like
Of course.
that's the main reason why I just did that excerpt just now. But it's just like just thinking about everything I gained throughout that. I had to go through that pain to learn some of the shit I learned.
Of course. That's the way I think the biggest experiences in life work, man. Like, you really got to go through the pain, the knowledge, the retrospection. You know what I'm saying? When shit hits the fan and then finally, you know, everything's calm and you look back on it and you're like, all right, how could I have stopped this shit from hitting the fan? And then you realize there's actually a couple different ways shit could not have hit the fan. You know what I'm saying?
But you got to be fortunate.
But you got to be, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the only way you'll learn that lesson.
Exactly.
To begin with, bro. It's the only way. It's the
You
only
learned it
way.
at the wrong time.
Yeah, because if you didn't learn it through pain, it must not have stuck through just general knowledge. Because people could be telling you something, but that doesn't mean you're listening. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that I picked up over time. Like, people could tell you, they'll tell you things in between the lines. They won't tell you something directly.
Yeah.
So it sometimes has to come through experience to really get to a full understanding of what it was that knowledge and that experience even meant in the first place.
Definitely, bro.
So I see where you're coming from.
Yeah, man.
It's good, brother. So where can the people find you? You know, if they're trying to link with you, trying to DM you, like, where can the people find you?
To be honest, I like to try to be out. You know what I'm saying? Like you'll probably find me sometime. Like sometimes, like I be out, like motherfuckers be already following me sometimes. So it's like it's cool. Like, the community is very, very like tight. So it's like, don't worry, you'll find me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
we're making sure of it. We're gonna make sure of it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Like you could search me up, man. Solely Soul. Man, I'm on the motherfucking map, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit, that shit's like a gift though. Sometimes it'd be a curse. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like, it's only because I've been in the game a little while. You know what I'm saying? As far as like Broward scene. So it's like, you know, I be walking in motherfucking rooms and shit, be knowing shit. And just be like, okay, this shit's like cool, dope, deep. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, that's why I'm not too much on the socials, because like, motherfuckers be knowing a nigga sometimes, bro.
No,
You know
that's
the
truth.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna just let that be known in this interview, you know. As far as like, that's the main reason why I do not be giving socials, bro.
I
Like,
see.
Yeah, I do not give, so because people be knowing most of the time, bro. Like,
Yeah.
And then if anything, once they see this interview, they're gonna try to go figure out who the fuck this shit is, and you know what I'm saying? Like, tap in. If they fuck with the music and the visuals, bro, they gonna flock to the artist, bro.
Hell yeah,
So
as they should.
Go find me.
As they should. You know, I think it's gonna be. I think you have an amazing future when it comes to art in a whole spectrum, not just in one category. So I'm very excited to see what you come up with in the coming years, man, because I think it's gonna be very impactful.
That's love,
For
bro.
sure, man.
Likewise
Yeah,
as well too.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Well, it's been a pleasure interviewing you. You know, we're out of time now. But is there anything you would like to tell the people? You know, just any last minute thoughts?
Yeah, I'm always in the moment, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I love y'all. Solely Soul, all my networkers. I'm gonna see y'all soon. And I definitely want to come back. I'm going to see y'all probably the next year, next couple months, probably the next couple years, bro. But it's going to be all love.
You already know.
Yo, if you're just looking for some content, you should come through to the Morning Coffee Freestyles.
Yeah, definitely.
We do those every Thursday morning. It's a bunch of artists
Bars.
and a jam, you know?
Okay, definitely. I'm going to be out to the next one.
And
Y'all
they
got my
got
word.
bars.
Yeah, I got my word. Yeah.
And they got bars.
Yeah,
so.
definitely. I'm going to tell people. I'm going to let them know.
All right.
Tune in.
I like
I'm
the
on
sound of that.
Hell yeah.
Well, yo, thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you like what you saw, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one. Peace out.
All right, man. That was love, bro.
Yeah, dog, you already know.
That shit was shit,
This is Anaya.
It's the righteous vigilante J.
All the questions came out right.
Tuning in, the minds wide open.
Hey, yo, check it out. This is Namestream, never mainstream. You're tuning into Minds Wide Open Media.
Shout out to the Florida Vibe Directory. You're now listening to the best playlist in South Florida.
I gotta go to my next link. I gotta go to the studio session.
Yo, pleasure, brother.
Hell yeah. I got to stew at fucking Asylum, so it's gonna be a little minute to get over there. I gotta swoop back up to the crib and come back down, so.
Goddamn.
Yeah. It should be a mission. My fuck about the cut.
Oh, no, bro. You right there, bro. No worries.
Nah,
Don't worry about that.
dishes.
Nah, don't even worry.